The 1980s gave us some of the most iconic films in cinema history, stories that still captivate and inspire us today. In this video, we'll plunge into 10 must-see 80s movies that shaped a generation and left a lasting impact on film culture. From thrilling adventures to heartfelt dramas, every pick promises nostalgia and surprises. Stick around until the end. You might just discover your next favorite classic. Don't forget to like, share your own favorites in the comments, and subscribe for more curated lists. And check out our 80s movies playlist for even more gems. If you think you know the Arthurian legend, think again. John Berman's Excalibur is a mesmerizing, operatic take on the myth of King Arthur, drenched in mythic symbolism and haunting visuals. From the eerie glow of Merlin's enchanted armor to the raw intensity of the battle scenes, this is a film that feels more like a dream than a traditional medieval epic. Nicol Williamson delivers a legendary performance as Merlin, walking the fine line between wisdom and madness. Fun fact, a young Liam Neeson and Patrick Stewart appear in supporting roles. If you're in the mood for something magical, Excalibur is a feast for the senses. Imagine this. A group of elderly tenants is being forced out of their apartment by greedy developers when, out of nowhere, tiny flying robots show up to save the day. That's the heartwarming premise of Batteries Not Included, a Steven Spielberg-produced film brimming with charm and whimsy. These little robot helpers are the real stars, winning hearts with their adorable design and heroic deeds. The blend of humor, drama, and sci-fi makes this a perfect pick for family movie night, or for anyone in need of a feel-good flick. Think of Against All Odds as a neo-noir thriller with a sun-soaked 80s twist. Jeff Bridges stars as a down-on-his-luck football player hired to track down a missing woman, played by the stunning Rachel Ward. What follows is a labyrinth of double crosses, romance, and danger set against the lush backdrop of Mexico. And don't forget Phil Collins' haunting title song. It's one of the greatest movie ballads of all time. This one's got style, suspense, and serious 80s vibes, so don't let it slip past you. Before Footloose made us want to dance, Urban Cowboy made us want to ride a mechanical bull. This romantic drama stars John Travolta as Bud, a small-town Texan who finds love, heartbreak, and redemption in Houston's honky-tonk bar scene. The movie perfectly captures the gritty glamour of urban cowboy culture, with a killer soundtrack featuring artists like Johnny Lee and Charlie Daniels. And don't underestimate Deborah Winger's fiery performance as Sissy. It's a classic example of 80s star power. Wolfgang Petersen's Enemy Mine flips the sci-fi script, delivering a touching story about survival, prejudice, and unlikely friendship. Dennis Quaid and Louis Gossett Jr. give stellar performances as two sworn enemies who must rely on each other to survive. With its mix of thrilling action and heartwarming character development, this movie feels just as relevant today as it did in the 80s. Seriously, give this one a shot. It's a criminally underrated gem. David Cronenberg's Videodrome is the definition of a mind-bender. This sci-fi horror flick explores the intersection of technology and human obsession, following a sleazy TV producer, played by James Woods, who stumbles upon a pirate signal broadcasting disturbing images. The deeper he digs, the more he realizes his reality is unraveling. With groundbreaking practical effects and a chilling performance by Debbie Harry, yes, Blondie's lead singer, this movie is as unsettling as it is brilliant. Long live the new flesh, indeed. Directed by Ken Russell, this trippy thriller follows a scientist, William Hurt in his film debut, who experiments with hallucinogens and isolation chambers, only to unleash something primal within himself. The film's stunning visual effects and thought-provoking themes make it a must-watch for fans of psychological horror and cerebral sci-fi. Trust us, this one will leave you thinking. Before The Silence of the Lambs made Hannibal Lecter a household name, there was Manhunter. Michael Mann's sleek thriller introduced audiences to the world of author Thomas Harris, with William Petersen as FBI profiler Will Graham, and Brian Cox as a chilling, understated Hannibal. The film's neon-soaked visuals and haunting soundtrack set the tone for modern crime dramas. It's a fascinating precursor to the Lecter saga that deserves way more love than it gets. Ridley Scott's Legend is a fantasy epic unlike any other. Starring a young Tom Cruise as a forest-dwelling hero and Tim Curry as the unforgettable, nightmarish Lord of Darkness, the film is a visual masterpiece. The ethereal sets, dazzling costumes, and Jerry Goldsmith's haunting score create an otherworldly atmosphere that feels like stepping into a fairy tale. Despite mixed reviews at its release, Legend has since gained a cult following, and for good reason. It's pure 80s fantasy magic. A deeply unsettling horror film that combines social satire with grotesque body horror in a way you'll never forget. It follows a wealthy teenager, Bill, who begins to suspect that his family and their elite friends are hiding a horrifying secret. What starts as a subtle commentary on class divisions escalates into one of the most jaw-dropping finales in horror history that has to be seen to be believed. If you enjoy dark humor and surreal visuals, Society is a must-watch. There you have it. 80s masterpieces that deserve your attention. Whether it's the dreamy visuals of Legend or the mind-melting twists of Videodrome, each of these films offers something unique. But what about you? Are there any 80s hidden gems you think should have made the list? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to discover more cinematic treasures together. And remember to like, share, and subscribe for more movie magic. See you in the next video.
Long live the new Fletch.